Hello, Flatiron people. I'm here to do a walkthrough of my Rails with JS front-end project. So we'll go ahead and go through it quickly. My project is, a student profile kind of idea. I'm building it for this school that I work at. And just to quickly give you a run through, I have all my students here, my student index, my staff index. Standards are kind of like grading rubrics. That's an index there. A little suggestion box. And all these links on the left here are done with jQuery, AJAX requests. As you can see, there's no refresh happening. And let's get into it. So one of the more involved feature that took me a minute to figure out was how to get this comment box, this comment form here, to post comments via AJAX with no page refresh. Because as the page refreshes, these visualizations build again, and it just kind of is annoying to have that constantly going on in the background. So I'll just demonstrate it. A new comment, and when I post, it'll attach these little icons, which are links to edit or delete the post, and it'll put it in its little container, and it'll kind of space it out between the other comments. So you can add another one. Another comment. And it'll just keep kind of adding them via AJAX, and these are being saved in the database and persisted. And now these links, I hope this works, you can delete comments also via AJAX. So if I click it, it will delete that link, no page refresh, and then if I do refresh the page, those have been deleted from the database. So you can see I only have the one comment left. So that's the basic idea. The code behind this, let's see if I'll pull this up here, is here. All right, so I have a few questions regarding where this JavaScript should live. I know that the asset pipeline has a lot of the JavaScript here, but I really don't like the pattern of having to load 100% of my JavaScript for every single page refresh. And I love being able just to send the JavaScript I need to send when I need to, which is in this partial. When this comments partial gets rendered, which happens to be rendered when this initially opens, but if you go to a different section, then that comments partial is not re-rendered, and all this JavaScript isn't re-rendered. So I like that pattern. So I'll have to kind of just talk through what is best practices as far as where you should store your JavaScript with the section lead. So to get into it, sorry for the digression, here is an AJAX post request. I'm serializing my form. That is the comments form. Grabbing it from here on submit. And on success of that posting, I build some variables from the response. And I know that this is pretty ugly, and this should probably be done with some kind of formatter like handlebars, which I'm not super strong at yet. So that's some place where some improvement could happen. So having this big, ugly, long string. And this has all the links for edit and delete, and it's putting it in the div, which gives it the formatting and everything. So I kind of have to put all this in order for it to render correctly. And this will append it to the DOM into that div, and then I need to attach the listeners for the destroy and edit links. And here I have the delete listener. I guess I just needed to attach the delete listener for some reason. The other one I'm not hijacking via AJAX, is why I didn't need to do that. So here it'll attach this AJAX to every comment, and to delete it, when you click on the delete class, which is a link, it basically needed both of these in here, because in order to prevent the default, which would be a try to redirect to the provided URL, I had to have that. And to stop propagation, this also was redirecting if I didn't have this in here. And I also had to return false. I had to do all the things. Okay, and basically you get an idea. It'll hide that element so it looks like it's deleted like immediately, and then the Ajax will send a delete request via here. This type is now delete because that data attribute is delete. And to this URL, which will be listed here. And function type will be JS. So if we take a look at that controller, you'll see in this action, it was normally responding to HTML. I didn't delete that yet because I'm still deciding what's the best way to do it. But if it responds to, if there's a JS data type requesting this action, it'll render just some text, comment destroyed. I haven't been able to get this to actually render yet, so I still got to figure out how to render just pure text. But that's the basic idea. It's working correctly. So yes, that's the jQuery app, or form. That's serializing get and post requests. Now, to show you a little bit of the JS object models, if I go into, let's see, standards show. All right, so in this view, when I look at a standard, say I click on economics, this entire view, I believe it's this, that's what it is. So when I click on that course within the standard, this course is going to render this entire show view of this course via Ajax. I need to style this a little bit better. These should all be links, obviously. And that is happening here. So when I click on this course link, I'm preventing default. I'm setting the course ID because I'll need that. I stored that in a data attribute in this link, which is somewhere up here. Here it is. There's my data attribute right there. And then I'm getting JSON at this URL, which is then constructing a JS object model for the course. I'm giving it a course name, a course number, and the standards, which is an array of all these grading rubrics. And I gave it this method that if I want just all the standard names, because these are entire standard objects, although I did serialize it to be a little bit less. It's only the name, the identifier, the ID. Then, oops, let's see where, sorry about that. It will return just the names, because it will map through that entire array and return only standard.standard name. So you can see how I'm using this JS object model here. Here I'm creating it, and via the constructor method, it is building in those attributes, those getter methods. I believe there are also setter methods. I think you can probably set those as well. And I'm building my HTML string. Again, sorry about the ugly strings. Here I'm looping through each of these standard names and providing an li for each standard name, which then is getting the content container. The entire content container is becoming this, which you see here. And that's all done without a page refresh. And obviously this needs some more functionality. These need to be linked. Starts to be an easier way to kind of go back to every one of these standards. So that's the basic layout. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'm looking forward to speaking with the section lead about this project and answering some of my questions, which mostly are best practices for where to put your JavaScript. That's kind of what I'm still trying to figure out. And also best practices for making any kind of database calls from the view, such as like calling an association from the view that wasn't explicitly sent to the view. So those are my questions, and I'm looking forward to submitting this, as this is my last little bit for this portfolio project. Thank you so much for watching. Talk soon.